Day one, we're in yoga.
Day one.
Babe, and you're like, Buddha, we are so stoked.
Yeah.
Let's see, let's go inside and see what we can.
Okay. 6 a.m. Wake up. Oh, it's so pretty. So we're about halfway through the class today. This is day one. The very first start of it, the 6:30 a.m. start, it was really hard and I was sweating all over. But now it's like 12:40 and I'm feeling pretty good, very nice and limber. We did some meditation, some philosophy, which was really interesting. Yeah, I'm really liking it so far. Everyone's so nice and like open. Everyone talks about everything together. Yeah, good choice coming here for sure. I'm happy with it. Wee-hoo. Basically, I wanted to catch you up as well on day 3. So this is our first yoga day ever. I put the schedule somewhere in this video so you guys can take a look at that and see what we got up to. But I basically wanted to explain the sound healing. So at the very end of the day, once we went through all of our classes, we had dinner and then we went back into the shala to do a sound healing. I wish I remembered the name of the lady that performed it. If I figure it out, I'll try and add it to the description below. If you don't know what a sound healing is, I didn't really know either, but we would all lay down on our mats and close our eyes, and then from there, she had all of these different instruments. And it's cool because before it all started, I took a look at her little display of what she had. And they're all of these things I've never even really seen before, no idea what noises they make. I'm not going to include all of that in here, but I'm just going to include some of the sounds that I recorded. I actually kind of just put my camera down and left it there recording, so it's not really the best angle for one. And secondly, it ends before you hear all of the different sounds, and I really wanted to show you guys all of them, but that's okay. We can live without it.
The sound. Well, we are mostly water, 75 to 80% of water. So mostly the singing voice will vibrate a lot in us. Not only in our blood, but it goes through the cells. That's why we feel so relaxed during when we hear the sound. That's why our mind gets a bit more clear and still when we hear the singing voice. You might even try your left hand on your chest, and the right hand. And from here, inhale all together at the same time, mention the sound ha. Okay. Inhale. Ha.
sound that I really liked got cut out, of course, but it was kind of like a rain stick. I don't know the technical terms for the instruments, but instead of a rain stick, it was more like an ocean sound. So it kind of sounded like, or even waterfall. So it kind of sounded like water, like wishing forward. And basically the performer told us that everyone has different reactions to the sounds. So some people really love them, some people get bad reactions. It's all different depending on the person. And the ocean one I loved hearing the noises. It just felt like I was being like baptized. Felt like I was being like refreshed and washed of anything that I needed. So that was really nice. And then I actually ended up falling asleep throughout the sound healing, which I didn't expect at all. So in a couple of the clips you see like me kind of flinching or twitching, which I tend to do when I'm asleep. But I woke up not near the end of it, but I woke up at another point later on, and then I heard one of the other students snoring, so I wasn't the only one. At the end of it all, we sort of spoke about how people felt, what sounds were their favorite, what sound did they not like, and one of the ladies mentioned that she didn't like the ocean sound and it reminded her of a traumatic experience she had, and she says all of these things. I was like, oh, like I completely felt the opposite. Like I absolutely loved it. That was my favorite one. Yeah, it's just so interesting how you can be in the same place with the same people hearing the same noises and have completely different perspectives and experiences. It's so crazy, but it's really, really interesting. So that's what happened. And then at the very, very end, they had us pull a card, which I showed at the end. I didn't record it very well, so I kind of freeze frame it. But we basically pulled a card that means either what we need to hear or what we're feeling. And so I pulled the card of resilience, which I thought was really cool. I think that's a good word to have. It's basically like if you feel beaten down or you feel like you're in a rut, you feel like you need something to change, then you push your way through, and no matter what kind of is trying to knock you down or make you feel less important, I guess. Before I left, I wasn't in a bad place. I would say I'm more just kind of lost of what I should be doing right now. I honestly thought at 25 I'd have like 2 kids, I'd live in my own house, I'd have all of my life together, my career would be set, and I'd be like on the go. But right now, I currently still live at home. I at least do have a car. I don't have any kids. I'm in a relationship. And I'm not completely sure what I want to do for a career for the rest of my life. That's kind of why I went here, is basically I'm picking up a new skill. It's something that I love and I know that I love doing. So if I can turn this into a career, then that would be a dream. And even in my grade 12, you know, when you write letters to yourselves, I don't think we even did it as a class or in school, but I kind of just did it for myself because I've heard the idea before and I liked it. And I wrote down that I wanted to be a graphic designer and a yoga teacher. Those are the 2 things I wrote down, and they still hold up. Like I still love graphic design, and at that point I wasn't even doing yoga, I don't think. I think I was doing more aerobics, but I just knew, like I have these internal instincts that know what makes me happy. And yeah, so that's one of them. Like I was saying, I pulled the card resilience, and I think what that meant for me is basically that my uncertainty and my low, I don't want to say low self-esteem, but low confidence. I have more internal struggles, so I'm not confident in my work, I'm not confident in my social skills, but I'm trying to get out of that and hopefully improve. I think pulling the card resilience just means that no matter what, it's not even what people say about me, but no matter what I think of myself, I push through. Teaching yoga, going in front of the classmates and doing that is terrifying for me, but I did it and I tried. And even pulling this card was the very first day of yoga, so whether it's telling me I've been resilient and that's what brought me here, or it's telling me that I'm going to have resilience throughout this program and this experience, then that's awesome, because if I'm terrified of teaching or I get super nervous or I think that I want to quit, and I can resist that and keep going. Like, that's something to be proud of. It's weird because I'm talking about this in future tense, but I know it already happened. I never wanted to quit. You'll learn more about my experience throughout the videos, but yeah, after that, I don't think we did much else after the sound healing. I think we probably just went back to the room, honestly. I don't really know what else happened that day. That day we were probably pretty tired because it was the first yoga day and I'm sure we'd get sore and exhausted. So we probably just showered and like got into our cozies and relaxed for the rest of the day. And what is that? The light switch? Where are my glasses? Oh, oh my god, I'm so blind. I saw an icon on my live like view from the camera and I thought it was something physical in the room. Anyways, moving on. So today was day 1 still, or day 2? Day 1 after orientation. I don't want to talk because my roommate's in the shower.